Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. Then, how are you today? I hope you fine today. And first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Enda Wahyuni, and I'm from the 6th semester in English Education Department of STKIP Muhammadiyah Bogor. Today, I would like to be a teacher for your class with the material about descriptive text. But before we start our class, let me ask you about descriptive text. Did you know about descriptive text, and do you ever learn about descriptive text? If you know, so what do you know about descriptive text? Uh, and then if you didn't know, I will give you the material about descriptive text. So let's start this material with definitions about descriptive text. So, what is descriptive text? Descriptive text, known as description, is an English material that should be mastered by 10th grade students in high school. Descriptive text is a text used to give a detailed information or description about a particular object. It describes particular objects like things, animals, persons, or places. For instance, pets, or persons we know well. Jadi, teks deskriptif ini itu bisa menggambarkan suatu objek tertentu. Misal, tempat, benda, orang, dan juga hewan. And the others. The next is what's the purpose of descriptive text. Jadi selanjutnya itu apa itu tujuan dari descriptive text? The purpose of descriptive text is to describe and reveal a particular person, place, or thing. Jadi, teks deskriptif ini itu untuk menggambarkan dan mengungkapkan orang, tempat, ataupun benda tertentu. And then, in this learning activity, we will focus more on describing famous places or historical places near us or in the world. For example, Prambanan Temple, Salak Temple, Salak Mountain, Monumen Nasional or Monas, and then etc. Jadi kali ini kita akan lebih membahas tentang tempat bersejarah ataupun tempat terkenal di Indonesia ataupun di dunia. Then you can find many examples of descriptive text in form of a text or videos in the internet or in the books. Generally, the main function of a descriptive text is to describe an object. Specifically, a descriptive text has these following functions. First, giving information about a particular object by describing its features and special characteristics. And then the next is giving information about a particular object by describing its physical attributes, and then behavior, functions, and etc. The next material is the generic structure of a descriptive text. The generic structure of descriptive text consists of two main parts. First, identification or general statement, and then the second is descriptions. Identifications introduce and identify specific object, a person, thing, place, animal, or event intended to be described, and then it is used to give a general idea about the object we want to describe. But description is describe the intended objects using descriptive details or informations about the object we want to describe. And then the characteristic, appearance, personality, habits, or qualities. Dan maksud dari identifikasi yaitu memperkenalkan dan juga mengidentifikasi objek tertentu, misalnya seseorang, benda, tempat, hewan, ataupun peristiwa yang dimaksudkan untuk dideskripsikan digunakan untuk memberikan gambaran umum tentang objek yang ingin kita gambarkan. Sedangkan description atau deskripsi itu menggambarkan objek yang dimaksud dengan menggunakan rincian atau informasi deskriptif tentang karakteristik dan juga penampilan, kepribadian, kebiasaan atau kualitas dari objek itu sendiri. And then selanjutnya yaitu language features of descriptive text. The language features of descriptive text are as below. Use adjective and compound adjectives. Example, brown-skinned, curly hair, beautiful, and etc. And then after that, using linking verbs is, are, and then etc. Use question words what, who, which, how, where, and etc. And then use pronoun I, you, we, they, he, she, it. Use action verb related to the simple present tense. Example, be, have, work, live, and etc. Language features dari deskriptif itu juga ada spesifik partisipan mempunyai objek tertentu hanya menggunakan satu penjelasan kata. Sebagai contoh, rumah saya, my house. Dan Candi Borobudur Temple, Bandengan Beach atau Pantai Bandengan, and then Paman Gilang atau Uncle Gilang. And then after that, penggunaan kata sifat or adjective. Noun untuk menjelaskan kata benda yang lebih spesifik. Sebagai contoh, pantai yang indah, a beautiful beach. And then pria yang tampan, a handsome man. Dan juga tempat terkenal di Jakarta, the famous place in Jakarta, and the others. And then the next is penggunaan simple present tense. Pola kalimat yang digunakan dalam deskriptif yaitu simple present tense. Sebab akan menceritakan fakta dari objek yaitu yang dijelaskan, kata kerja tindakan atau action verbs, kata kerja yang menggunakan atau menunjukkan adanya suatu kegiatan. Misalnya, run, lari, tidur, sleep, walk it means berjalan, and then cut it means potong, and the others. Then the next is figurative language. Memakai bahasa yang figuratif atau menggambarkan sesuatu pada umumnya akan menggunakan atau memakai suatu metafora untuk memberikan ilustrasi pada pembaca. Sebagai contoh, my love for you is as big as the ocean. It means cintaku untukmu seluas lautan. And then her skin is as white as the snow. Kulitnya seputih salju. Itu adalah language features dari descriptive text. Selanjutnya yaitu how to write descriptive text. First, choose a topic, and then the second is create a statement, and then the third, get the sense right. And then the fourth, create an outline. The fifth is write the conclusion. And then the last is review your essay. But to make your understanding about the social function and genetic structures of descriptive text more better, I will now give you the example of descriptive text. Then now look at the example of descriptive text. From those pictures, we can see that the title is Waikambas, and I will read this descriptive text. Waikambas is a national park for elephant sanctuary located in Lampung, precisely in Labuhan Ratu Subdistrict, East Lampung, Indonesia. Waikambas National Park is established in 1985, is the first school for elephant in Indonesia. In the beginning of its establishment, Waikambas National Park was named the Elephant Training Center or Pusat Latihan Gajah PLG, but the last few years this name was changed into Elephant Conservation Center atau Pusat Konservasi Gajah PKG, which is expected to become a Center for Elephant Conservation in taming, training, breeding, and conserving elephants. Until now, this PKG has trained for about 300 elephants, which have been deployed to all over the country. In Waikambas National Park, there are some endangered animals such as Sumatran rhinos, Sumatran elephant, Sumatran tiger, mentok rimba, and buaya sepit or crocodile sepit. There are also some plants which are mostly found there, such as api-api, pidada, nipa, and then pandan. On the Marsi coast of Waikambas National Park is often found various species of birds, such as lesser ajutan, pisan blue, kuau raja, pependang timur, and some other birds. Then from those pictures, we can see that the first paragraph is identification or general statement, and then the second paragraph is description because it describes the function of a place, and then the last paragraph is same as second paragraph because it describes the functions of a place too. Then the social function of the text above is to describe a famous place in Indonesia named Waikambas National Park by describing its functions on paragraph 2 and the 3. I think because the material is over, so that's all our material today. And if you wanna ask, you can text me on a group. And to assess your understanding about the social function and general structure of a descriptive text, I will give you the task in the classwork menu in Google Classroom. So thanks for watching and for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.